If you have to chase it, it's running away for a reason. My friends, let's get something straight from the start. If you've ever sat by your phone, rereading the last message he sent, wondering if you should double text, wondering if you said too much or too little, if you need to pull back just enough to make him miss you, this is for you. Because today, we're not playing games, we're breaking cycles. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me. Because what I'm about to share might just shift your entire mindset and maybe even change your life. Hey ladies, imagine this. You're baking a cake, a beautiful rich chocolate cake. You gather the best ingredients, preheat the oven, follow every step. But when you open the oven door, it's empty. No cake, nothing. Just heat and disappointment. You did everything right, but there's no result. That's what it's like trying to love a man who's emotionally unavailable. You show up, you give, you wait, and still, you get nothing. And worse, you blame yourself. Like somehow you forgot the magic ingredient. But hear me, you are not the missing piece. You are not the problem. Sometimes the oven is just broken. Sometimes the love you want can't be cooked in someone who isn't ready to hold it. Let me tell you something else. You're not supposed to make anyone love you. This idea floating around that you have to make him fear losing you, make him realize your worth by being distant, cold, mysterious. It sounds powerful, right? Like you're playing chess with his heart, waiting to strike. But my friends, chess is not a love language. Manipulation is not confidence. And if he only comes closer because he's afraid to lose you, what happens when he stops being afraid? You deserve real. You deserve love that shows up, not love that plays hide and seek with your sanity. We've been sold this lie that fear is a tool to make people care. But love built on fear is just a fire waiting to burn out. The truth, if he doesn't value you when you're present, he's not going to treasure you when you're gone. And here's the kicker. While you're out here performing emotional gymnastics, trying to strike the perfect balance between too available and too distant, the right man is somewhere wondering when he'll meet the woman who doesn't make him guess, the one who just shows up authentically, unapologetically, and says, "This is me, take it or leave it." My friends, love isn't a campaign. It's not a strategy. You're not running for office. You're showing up for your life. Stop trying to be the woman who wins him over. Be the woman who wins with or without him. Think of it like this. If you have to trick the flower into blooming, maybe you're not the sun it needs. Maybe it's not the season. Or maybe it's just a plastic flower, and you're out here watering it with your soul. Here's the truth. You don't make someone stay. They choose to. And if they don't, that's your cue to choose you. So let's start showing up different. Not desperate, not strategic, not trying to manipulate outcomes, but whole, proud, and powerful in who you are. Because the real magic doesn't happen when you make him afraid of losing you. It happens when you're no longer afraid of losing him. So, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay with me, because we're just getting started. Number 1, if you have to force it, it's already broken. If love has to be forced, it's already packing its bags. My friends, let's have a real moment. If you're sitting there wondering if you said too much, texted too fast, cared too deeply, ask yourself this: why does love feel like a job interview you're constantly failing? Picture this. You're holding a plant in your hands. It's drooping, barely hanging on. Every day you water it, move it toward the light, whisper sweet things to it, even play soft music like it's your pet. But it doesn't bloom. You keep trying, thinking maybe if you do just a little more, say the right thing, or be more patient, it'll finally grow. But here's the truth. It was never rooted in good soil to begin with. That's what it's like when you're forcing love, when you're the only one trying to make something blossom. You might be asking yourself, should I pull back so he notices me? Maybe if I don't text for a day, he'll miss me. Is it something I did? Something I didn't do? No, it's not you. It's the soil. It's the foundation. Because if love needs to be calculated, manipulated, or manufactured, it's not love. It's survival mode. And let me tell you, my friends, survival mode is no way to live. Love is not supposed to feel like you're walking on eggshells and heels. It's not supposed to keep you up at night, analyzing every word like you're solving a crime. If you're always trying to earn someone's affection, you're in a prison, and the only way out is truth. Because here's the secret nobody tells you. You can't inspire love in someone who's emotionally absent. You can't force fire into cold wood. You can't convince someone to want what they don't feel. The right person won't need to be persuaded. They'll just know, and they'll show up, not out of obligation, not out of fear, but out of genuine care, curiosity, and connection. So I'm telling you now, with love and fire in my voice, stop forcing what's not flowing. You were not made to beg for attention. You were made to be chosen without question. Stay with me, because next we're going to expose one of the biggest emotional scams women fall for in love, and how to escape it for good. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep going. Number 2, games are for children, not queens. Every time you play a game to keep him, you lose a piece of yourself. My friends, let me say something that might sting a little. If you have to strategize like a politician to keep a man interested, it's not love. It's performance art. And the stage you're standing on, it's your dignity. We've been fed a lie. Somewhere along the line, they told you, don't text him back right away. Wait 3 hours. Pretend you're busy. Post a story with another guy. Make him jealous. Act like you don't care so he comes running. But what are we really doing? We're turning relationships into chess matches. Move here. Fake there. Sacrifice a pawn. Win the king. But let me ask you this. What queen needs to play chess just to be seen? You weren't born to plot and perform just to make a man feel something. You were born to radiate, to attract, to lead with truth, not tricks. Picture this. You're at a carnival. There's a giant claw machine, and inside is a teddy bear you want so badly. You put in your coins, move the claw, drop it perfectly, and still, it slips through. So you try again and again and again. That's what playing games feels like. You keep feeding effort, trying every angle, but you still walk away empty-handed, frustrated, and doubting your ability to win. Not because you weren't enough, but because the machine was never designed to let you win. Every time you pretend not to care, you teach him that you don't. Every time you manipulate, you confirm his suspicion that love isn't safe. Games don't make you desirable. They make you replaceable. My friends, let's be clear. Authenticity is magnetic. The woman who's real, who shows up as herself, who says what she means and means what she says. That woman, she doesn't have to chase, manipulate, or fake anything. She owns the room simply by being in it. So ask yourself, are you being clever or are you being cowardly? Because most games aren't confidence. They're fear dressed up in designer shoes. You want a man who sees you, not the mask, who responds to your truth, not your tactics. And that starts with dropping the act. Number 3, let him go if he's not showing up. The more you chase someone who's drifting away, the faster you disappear in the process. My friends, let's speak the truth with no sugar on it. A man who wants to stay won't confuse you. He won't leave you on read, cancel plans last minute, show up only when it's convenient, and expect you to keep clapping every time he gives you crumbs. That's not love. That's emotional breadcrumbing. That's spiritual starvation. Now let me ask you, why are you trying harder for someone who's showing up less? Picture this. You're holding on to a rope. On the other end is a man walking away. And the tighter you grip, the more the rope burns. But you think, if I just hold on longer, maybe he'll turn around. My friend, he's not turning around. And the pain you feel, that's not love. It's rope burn from holding on to someone who already let go. There's a difference between a man who's not ready and a man who's not willing. One is building himself to love better. The other is just using you to feel better until he's bored. And your intuition, it already knows which one he is. You felt it every time you made excuses for why he didn't call. Every time you dressed up for a date that didn't happen. Every time you pretended he's just busy when he was just uninterested. Let me tell you something real. You don't save a relationship by losing yourself in it. You don't win someone's heart by breaking your own in the process. You are not meant to sit on a shelf like a maybe while he figures out if you're worth it. Here's the truth that might just set you free. You don't fight for a man who's not showing up. You fight for your peace. Peace is knowing your value. Peace is sleeping at night without wondering who you are to someone else. Peace is choosing yourself before someone who only chooses you sometimes. So I'm asking you now, are you holding on or are you hiding from the truth? Because next, we're going to talk about the one thing that is worth fighting for. And when it's finally okay to give it your all. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me. We're just getting warmed up. Number 4, fight when the fight is mutual. Don't set yourself on fire to keep a man warm who won't even light a match for you. My friends, here's the reality. Love is worth fighting for, but only when both people are holding the sword. You don't go to war for a man who won't even show up to the battlefield. You don't bleed effort for someone who's giving you silence. Listen, relationships do take work, but don't confuse working with someone and working for someone. If you're the only one texting, only one planning, only one apologizing, only one trying, you're not in a relationship. You're in a one-woman rescue mission. Let me make it plain. You fight for him when he's sick, not when he's sick of trying. You fight for him when life knocks him down, not when he's just not calling you back. You fight when he's fighting too. That's love. That's partnership. That's real. Now let's lighten it up for a second. If an 8-year-old on a skateboard steals his wallet, yes, you fight. Go full superhero. That's a moment. But if you're out here emotionally shadowboxing for a man who hasn't responded to your last 4 texts, you're fighting ghosts, girl. And ghosts don't build futures. You deserve reciprocity, not confusion, not excuses, not when he's ready. If it's not mutual, it's not meaningful. You weren't built to beg. You were built to build with someone. And that's what we're diving into next, what a real man actually needs, and how to recognize when you're finally being met at your level. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me, because the truth is only getting deeper from here. Number 5, you are the prize, not the applicant. Stop auditioning for a role you were born to play. My friends, hear this loud and clear. You are the prize, not the audition, not the backup plan, not the maybe if I work harder, he'll see my worth project. You don't earn love like it's a job. You are the job, the blessing, the breakthrough. Too many women walk into relationships like candidates at an interview. You dress it up, you say all the right things, you downplay your needs, hoping, praying, he chooses you. But queens don't audition. They decide. They sit on thrones, not casting couches. Let me flip it for you. You're not trying to keep him. You're watching to see if he's even qualified to stay. Can he handle your growth? Can he respect your mind? Can he carry your heart without dropping it when it gets heavy? Because you are not optional, my friend. You are essential. You bring peace, love, fire, stability. You are the whole table, not just a dish on it. And if a man can't see that, he doesn't need glasses. He needs to get out of your way. Picture this, you're a diamond. Not the flashy, overhyped kind, but the kind buried deep, formed under pressure, rare, unshakable. You don't beg to be picked, you shine, and the right one recognizes. The wrong ones, they fumble. And that's not your loss, that's divine protection. So let's stop trying to win someone who's unsure. The one who's sure, he'll step up without games. He won't need to be convinced, he'll be clear. Number 6, the power of walking away. Walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom wrapped in courage. My friends, let me tell you, sometimes the strongest thing you'll ever do is walk away from someone you still love. Not because you stopped caring, but because you finally started caring about yourself. We're taught that leaving means failure, that staying no matter what makes you loyal, strong, committed. But listen to me, there's nothing loyal about staying where you're slowly dying inside. That's not strength, that's self-abandonment. Picture this, you're standing in a burning house. You didn't light the fire, but you're still standing there, hoping if you just hold still long enough, the flames will go away. But they don't. And the longer you stay, the more you lose. Your light, your confidence, your voice. Yes, walking out of that house will hurt. The smoke will sting. The memories will burn. But staying, that'll destroy you. And I know what you're thinking. What if he changes? What if I give it one more chance? But let me ask you, how many one more chances have you already given? How many pieces of yourself have you traded in just to keep something whole that was already falling apart? My friend, you don't heal by holding on. You heal by moving on. The moment you walk away from what drains you, you make room for what grows you. And when you do, that's when your glow returns. That's when peace enters. That's when the right ones start showing up, because you finally made space. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me, because next we're going to talk about how to become the kind of woman who doesn't chase love. She attracts it. Number 7, be the woman who doesn't play games. Real queens don't chase, they attract by being real. My friends, it's time we stop mistaking manipulation for power. Stop calling games strategy. Stop thinking you have to shrink, twist, or fake your way into someone's heart. The truth, power isn't in the chase, it's in the presence. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a lighthouse. It doesn't run around the ocean looking for ships. It stands tall, shines bright, and lets the ships come to it. That's the woman who knows her worth. She doesn't dim her light, so someone with poor vision can feel comfortable. She stands in her truth, and the right ones recognize her from miles away. You don't need to post thirst traps just to get his attention. You don't need to pretend you're busy or fake like you've moved on just to get a reaction. That's not power, that's panic in a pretty outfit. The woman who knows her value, she doesn't chase, she doesn't compete, she doesn't over-explain, she simply is. And her energy speaks louder than any post, any silent treatment, or any mind game ever could. Because here's the secret, you don't attract what you pretend to be. You attract what you believe you are. So if you believe you're just lucky to have his time, you'll keep begging for it. But when you believe you're the prize, the piece, the partner, he'll feel it before you even speak. Let's be real. Emotional maturity is sexy. Self-respect is magnetic. And authenticity, that's the ultimate glow-up. So stop running circles around men who wouldn't walk a straight line for you. Drop the act. Drop the chase. Be the lighthouse. Be the queen. Be the calm in a world full of noise. Because next I'm going to give you the one phrase, the one powerful truth that can pierce through any man's emotional armor and make him see you. Not the mask. You. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me. Because the real shift is just ahead. Number 8, the one phrase that changes everything. I don't need to make you stay. If you want to go, I won't stop you. My friends, there is nothing more powerful than a woman who knows she doesn't have to beg, prove, or perform to be kept. That one sentence, it's not bitterness, it's not cold, it's clarity. Because when you finally realize that you don't have to make anyone stay, you set yourself free. That phrase doesn't come from ego, it comes from peace. It says, I want you here, but I don't need you here. If your heart's not in it, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Let me break it to you. Love is not a hostage situation. You can't trap someone into wanting you. And the moment you try, you lose the most magnetic thing you have, your power. When you stop needing him to choose you, you start leading your life again. Your energy shifts, your standards rise, and your spirit unshakable. Imagine standing at a train station. Some trains stop, some pass by. You don't chase the ones that keep going. You wait for the one meant to carry you forward. That's what this is. Let the wrong ones leave, let the right one arrive. Say it out loud. If you want to go, I won't stop you. But say it from truth, not trauma. Say it with your chin up, your peace intact, and your future wide open. And when you do, watch who stays and who never deserved you in the first place. My friends, remember this. You were never meant to chase love, beg for attention, or prove your worth. The right person will meet you with the same energy, the same effort, and the same heart. Let go of what drains you and lean into what grows you. You are the prize. And the moment you truly believe that, everything changes. If this message spoke to your soul, hit that like button, subscribe for more truth and power, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Stay strong, stay real, and never forget who you are. I'll see you in the next one.